We're somewhere near Moab, Utah, in a place called Red Cliffs. It's on the Colorado River. We're on a motorcycle ride, Christi and I, and a pastor from Nova Scotia, one from West Virginia, one from Kansas, and Mike and Sherry Howell, who have a ministry, a band called Go Deep. And we're just out here enjoying riding our motorcycles and taking a few days off. When you're in the ministry, you're always serving others, which is wonderful. But every once in a while, in order to stay in balance, you got to get away and turn the phones off and do something is restful and enjoyable. So we're riding around looking at the beauty of God's creation and just enjoying the fact that we're born again. I'll be 68 years old in a few months, and last year I had not just what you'd call a health challenge. I had one of those 14 years ago. I had something go wrong and they had to cut through my abdomen, through every muscle in my abdomen. All of a sudden I couldn't do anything. They fixed the problem, but when I went back in the gym after about 8 or 10 months, the doctors told me I had a clean bill of health, and he said, if you can work out, it won't hurt the problem that we fixed. We're well now, and if you can stand the pain, go ahead and work out. Well, I went in the gym, started working out, trying to get those abdominal muscles built back together, and it split open again, and I had to have another operation. I shouldn't have gone back in so quick. So after the second operation, this was 15 years ago, they told me the same thing again after I waited a year. And I started playing racquetball and tennis and the things that I like to play. The way I like to play them is I guess I'm competitive and I like to win. So I was really slamming the ball and whipping it around, and they said that it herniated those places again. Long story short is, last year I had the 5th operation where they have to cut through those muscles again and fix that thing. And during that year, last year, it got infected, and it stayed infected from January until the end of May, and they kept doing stronger and stronger versions of antibiotics, and the doctors at one point said, man, it's creating problems, you're weak, and the bottom line is they said some things that, had I not been a believer, would have really scared me. And I finally had to say to my doctor, man, you're a good man, and he is a good man, and he's a Christian. But I had to let him know, Psalm 91 says that with long life and many blessings, God would show me his salvation and satisfy me with long life. And 67's not long. I'm going to live a long time unless Jesus comes. And so I had to use my faith as the point, because it kept getting worse and worse. From January the 24th until May 28th, it kept getting worse and worse. And during that time, I was weak physically, and that affects you mentally and emotionally. And I had a lot of people praying, and I was exercising my faith, and it kept getting worse, and they kept giving me stronger and stronger antibiotics. They finally told me, if this one doesn't work, we're going to have to put you back in the hospital, open you back up, and literally cut out some of the problem. I mean, after God healed me, the doctor told me I wasn't going to tell you all that we were going to have to do, because it was becoming life or death. So I only told you that whole gross story so you'd know that just because I'm a preacher doesn't mean that I don't have the same temptations to doubt and fear that everybody else does. The book of James says, is any among you having trials or tribulations or even temptations? It says, then rejoice, because it's only the testing of your faith. So I just told you my little testimony to let you know my faith gets tested just like yours, but God is faithful. He did heal my body. I'm stronger now than I was 10 years ago because God's given me a new vision. Man, I've been waking up excited every day since then. I'm younger than I was 10 years ago, and I'm enjoying my life. And not only am I getting to ride my motorcycle again, but I'm having the most peaceful, joy-filled ride I've ever been on in my life. So I encourage you Spend the time in the Word. Spend the time in prayer. Most of all, believe every word that God wrote in that Bible, because it is the truth. And the truth will set you free. And I'm praying for you today. Christi and I are believing God with you that your future is better than your past. Trust God. He's faithful. And He will show up for you just like He did for me and prove that He is God. God bless you, man. Have a good day.